Okay, you're gonna have to stick with me for this one. Remember how we talked about 4/5? And we would decompose 4/5 into 1/5 plus 1/5 plus 1/5 plus 1/5. We've just decomposed 4/5 into its units fractions. Well, when we look at this, this is really what? 4 groups of 1/5, or it is 4 groups of 1/5. Do you see what I did there? We decomposed 4/5 into its units fractions, and then we know that repeated addition is just multiplication. So we have 4 groups of 1/5. And what we're doing with this multiplication problem is we're going 3 times 4 groups of 1/5. This is where you have to think. I expect you to remember things, okay? The associative property, it says it doesn't matter how we group our problem when we're doing multiplication. So instead of grouping the 4 and the 1/5, I want to group 3 times 4. I want to make sure you can see that. I'm not getting too low. Okay, 3 times 4 times 1/5. Well, 3 times 4 is what? 12 times 1/5. And that just gives us 12/5. You could break your fraction down into unit fractions, and then because of the associative property, you could switch your grouping. Then when you've got 12 times 1/5, that gets you 12/5. It's the same answer. How many times does 5 go into 12 before it goes over? 1, 2. How many are left over? 10, 11, 12. That's my remainder. You get the same answer. It's a different way of doing it. This one just shows that you understand all the little bits and pieces of decomposing your fraction into unit fractions, that you understand these unit fractions are 4 groups of a unit fraction, associative property, and there. I don't care which way you do it, as long as you understand how to get the right answer. But did you follow that thinking? That one kind of makes me feel smart because it takes all those different things we've learned, decomposing, unit fractions, associative property, and puts it all together.